Welcome to the best hour. Subscribe to Michael. Enjoy the show.
Really? I'm a little busy here. Well, I guess I don't really have much of a choice. I mean, the show's starting, it's starting, right? So, welcome to the best hour. And the host, Michael Feyrer Jr. And, you know, it's going to be a show about just everything and anything that's going on in Michael's world, in your world. So, I guess without further ado, let's get the show started. And I gotta wait a minute. Yeah. I'm done. So let's. You don't want to see that. Here's Michael Feyrer in the best hour of the day.
Well, much better, guys. What the? I don't know what's going on here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Remember.
Woo! Hey, good morning. We got a little bit washed out, but that's life. That's okay. Can you guys hear us okay? I'm here with Michael T. Panetta. Good morning. And welcome to the best hour of my day.
So you want to slide over? Hoi! There you go.
There we go. We're kind of in. Look at this. We're both darkies, too, today. We're wearing the dark clothes. Let's move that somewhere out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look at our count is 0, which is always nice.
I'll catch the money when you guys drop it in.
Woohoo! And the count is now 14. Good morning! Hey, we're going to have a great show today. I want to go and say hi to the folks in the chat. We're going to get right started. Gamma, good morning. Hello, Jelly Duck, all the way from Kuwait. Jelly, how are you guys doing? It is awesome to see you. Justin Mello in the house. Nomadic Bike, hello. Needs more subs in the house. Woo! I see Michael T. Panetta in the house and in the house.
I'm in the house and the house.
Jenny O'Brien, good morning. Idiot of the day, hello. Welcome back from your vacation. Judith Scott. Now, for those of you guys who do not know, Judith Scott is one of the people that is in my Mother's Day video. If you have not checked it out, Needy, do me a big favor, drop that puppy in there. Get to know Judith Scott. Everyone, please welcome her to the room. She's wonderful. She's one of the folks that submitted for the Mother's Day thing. Karen Summers in the house as well. Karen, another person who is in that. And Epic Kate. You want to help me out on that one? Because
Bjargvide.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
I probably totally.
Let's go with Epic Kate.
Epic Kate.
Epic Kate was also involved in the Mother's Day video, guys. I asked them to come by today so they could get to know the folks in the best hour. Please make sure that you welcome them. For those of you who might be new, like Kate and Judith, the best hour of my day is a collaboration show. It's not my show. This show belongs to the amazing folks in the chat room. They basically make it all happen here. The show doesn't work without them. I'm just the host. That's all. And what we believe here is everyone's content is much more interesting when you get to know the person behind the camera. That's what we aim to do here. Most of the folks in the chat room I've worked with either in person or remotely, and we have a lot of fun here. The best way to get the most out of the best hour of my day is to just get to know the folks in the chat room. If You really can't go wrong. Good morning, Susan's Creative. Hello.
Hello, Susan.
We touched on some of the things that I'm going to talk about with Michael T today in Susan Creative's live stream, if you didn't see that.
Awesome. You got to watch that if you're looking for information on developing your channel. 100%.
It really was a pretty cool show.
Yeah.
Jenny O'Brien.
I went back and watched it.
Hello, did you?
Yeah.
Desmond's Donners, good morning.
It's a Swedish name, Michael. Oh.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's what I figured. Feed it.
You're going to find out, Kate, that 9 times out of 10, most everyone's name in here I pronounce incorrectly, so...
I got the best last name ever. You do have the best last name ever. That is such a badass name.
Who has the best last name ever?
Kate, Epic Kate.
Oh, Epic Kate.
Oh, and speaking of Epic, I don't know what it is, but watching your Mother's Day video and watching Karen talk, it's just that in that German accent.
Mm-hmm.
I think every time I hear a German talk, someone that's German, I feel like they should be a teacher, because it's a very, the language is a very stern spoken language. It's a very, and you know, it even when it's just the most relaxing,
Yes.
it's just a very strong, dominant language.
They're talking about fluffy kittens, but it
Yeah,
seems
and it's like,
they're
I don't
really-
sing all, sing I, you know, it's like, it's just, she should be a teacher, and I don't know if Karen's a teacher or not. But I listened to what she had to say when she started speaking.
Yes, you perk up
It's
right
very
away.
dominant.
You perk up right away.
It's such an awesome language.
I know.
It's such an awesome language. It's so beautiful.
It's so unique.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, comparatively
I love it.
speaking, so it's a lot of fun. Dutch accent tech examine. Yes, she is Dutch. That's true.
Oh, it is?
Watch it, I'm Dutch. She says she's not German.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Never
she's-
mind. Then Dutch.
She's from the Netherlands.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Dutch. All right, people, we got it.
Gregory, good morning. How are you doing?
My dialect is like German.
Yes.
Okay. That's cool.
Well, either way.
Either way, it sounds
Make
beautiful.
sure, yeah, I like it. Make sure that you guys upload your pictures of what you're doing while you're watching the best hour of my day to Twitter under the hashtag best hour. I didn't see either of our buddies in here, Joe or I didn't see Joe or
I think Jay's getting
Jay
his
today.
stuff together. He just got home,
Ah.
like right as the show started, and I think Joe's at work.
Yeah, Joe's at work. He'll stop in for a moment. Dutch is definitely not German. Yeah, well, you know, nobody ever said Americans were smart.
No.
So there you go. I'm a licensed teacher, only I never went in front of the class full time.
Wow.
Only for half, many years ago. Ah, Justin Mello,
Well, there
hello,
you
good
go.
morning. Needy, can you do me a favor and drop the Mother's Day video in there so that folks can get a chance to know who I'm talking about when I talk about Epic Kate and also Judith Scott. We want to make sure that folks know who I'm talking about. There's Joe. Hello, Joe. Were you around yesterday? Greg Simonez, I had to take a best hour day off yesterday because I had a funeral. And I'm sorry if I'm looking kind of over here. We got the chat set up in a separate monitor over here, so I can still kind of continue to look at the camera. But
You know what you need.
We'll see how it works out. What do we know?
But it's kind of it's got kind of a like this. I can't see it.
Yeah.
I have to do like one of these to be able to see. No, you're good. That's the lens. That's the polar effect.
the polar
The
effect.
polarizing effect.
Well, we want to talk a little bit. I broached this on Susan's Creatives channel, and we have, I don't know, 15 minutes here before the dad joke of the day, which we're
bring
gonna
the
have to
book?
look something up because
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have the book.
I'm on it. Go ahead.
All right,
Continue.
and then we're gonna have to get to that, and then we'll get to the second half of the show. Is always kind of a whirlwind of craziness, but Jay, myself, and Michael T. and Joe were having a discussion that was brought to our attention from another live stream that was talking about the most important aspect of ranking your videos, the number one thing, and some ways that you can maximize this. Now, I know that you guys, since you watch this show and you're video content marketing subscribers, I know you guys probably pay attention to your average view duration. YouTube has moved average view duration way up the scale of how your videos are ranked. And the reason why is because, well, it used to be they would weight engagement a lot more, but they don't do that anymore because of fake engagement, basically. People begging for engagement or doing promotions to get engagement or just flat out paying for engagement. They don't do it through views too much because you can pay for views now.
Right.
So you can't fake average view duration. You really can't. Either your video is interesting or it's not. Hey, Panic D, good morning, good morning. So average view duration should be the thing that you're focusing on with your videos, and we're going to talk about a couple of things that you can do to make sure that folks are watching your video from beginning to end. What you got? You got anything good there?
Well, yeah, I mean, as far... Oh, the joke-wise or
Well,
topic-wise?
Topic-wise.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, what Michael was talking about, the idea of, you know, YouTube working that new type of measurement when it comes to minutes watched or hours watched. First thing that drives me nuts is the fact that the goal is hours watched, and in your analytics, it's in minutes. So, listen, I understand why, because there's going to be folks that aren't up to hours watched, and it's very daunting to see that. It's nice to have that, but that takes me back to the old idea of cell phone companies telling you that they measure your stuff in gig, but then they put it in megabytes, and it totally confuses everything. Anyway.
Jay says we're out of focus. Let me change the way that the camera...
You're out of focus, man.
Jay, focus. You're focusing on the wrong thing, Jay.
Yeah, stop focusing on the wrong... He's just mad because it's blown out in the back.
Yeah, well, that does suck, but...
So, the idea of that minutes watched, I think, is something that people who have been on YouTube for a while were the guinea pigs for.
Yeah.
That
should be better, Jay.
People were, like Michael said, people were getting around, skirting the system by doing the views and the thumbs up and the comments, which aren't as heavily weighed as they used to be. Everyone would always ask you to comment thumbs up, and it doesn't mean anything anymore. It isn't as weighted as it is anymore. It's the idea of getting people to watch your video longer. And in order to do that, it's not this sensational thing that can be done overnight. It needs to be worked on.
Yeah.
It means cleverly keeping your audience engaged in what you're doing.
Yep, and we're going to have a lot of information today, some tips
Right.
on how to do that. It used to be the gurus would say, you do your intro, you do your bumper, then you kind of do a call to action reminder for people to subscribe, and then maybe midway through the video or near the end, you do another call to action for subscribes. They're not recommending that you do that anymore. They're really not recommending that you do anything that breaks the flow of the subject matter of the video right up until the end. We're gonna talk a little bit about that, but asking for engagement now, asking for comments, doesn't serve a purpose.
No.
Don't break the flow of your video by doing it. It's really, really nice to have that engagement. Believe me, I love the engagement that I get on my videos.
But you know what? There's ways to do it. And we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. So, unless you want me to talk about it now.
Yeah,
Because we got the time.
Well, no, actually, it's a good time. It's a good time to talk about it because I don't want to talk about the #1 aspect of how you can get your average view duration until we get a little closer to the 10:30 mark. So.
No, I hear you. The tricks in doing that, and you and I were mentioning this earlier. I have a video that I'm working on right now. I'm trying to get the thumbnail done. And one of the things that I tried in this video was the idea of not doing that call to action at the beginning of the video. Hey guys, it's Michael T. Panetta, aka Tech Examined. Today we're talking about the LG G8. So be sure to subscribe, and let's get started with the video. That's a stop, and people are like, ugh. Click off. You're gone.
Yeah.
Get right into the video, do what you need to do, and start talking. And something that I would see other creators do in years past is slickly work the call to action in the middle of the video. And this can be done with comments as well. We're looking at this phone and we're talking a little bit about the features. And I'm going to be testing this phone out for these features today because today's just a first look. Subscribe to make sure that you catch that review. Yeah. And then as you're continuing on, I really like this camera, the way it works, and blah, blah, blah. what do you guys think about this camera, what you're looking at right now? Comment down below, and you move on.
Yeah, you've got to be pretty sneaky with those sorts of call to action.
Right.
Hey, I'm using the G8. This is the first time I'm using it. If you've used it and you want to let me know what you think, put it in the comments. But
and it's literally 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You're talking about a topic, and you work it right into it, and just keep going. And I'm not saying that it's tricking them, but it's keeping them engaged and part of the conversation, like, oh, okay, this person really does give 2 S's what I think. So I think that's important, and it's some good tips for people who are trying to shake things up. And it makes you think. You just don't go out there and half-ass a video.
Yeah, Susan says Michael's wants audio retention on the stream, so he's saving some of the tips for later.
and that's the thing, is stick around for a little bit, and we'll talk about the #1 reason why.
Yeah. But I just
want to remember
everyone...
what it is, because I might say it.
Yeah, I just want everyone to realize that putting any kind of call to actions in your video anymore isn't necessarily good. At least from a perspective of sticking them anywhere in the beginning. Also, we want to talk about how to create interest in the video. So most people will do an intro and then a bumper. For those of you who don't know what a bumper is, it's just like that 3-second clip where it shows your logo or plays a little bit of music.
And you don't even necessarily need that.
And you do not need that. If you feel like you can get away without it, get away without it. Basically, Jay's has turned into even less than 3 seconds with a couple of little flashy things. And
he changes it each
time, which makes it more interesting as well. I'm gonna have to start to do that sort of thing as well. But you don't need a bumper if you don't want it. I think it's nice for branding. I like to keep it in there. As long as it's 3 seconds or less, you're probably okay.
Right.
But when you come back from that bumper, you should be jumping into the video. What you should be doing in your intro is selecting the most interesting piece of whatever it is you're going to be talking about in that video and kind of allude to it, and then say, but you got to watch the whole thing and to see what's going on.
Right.
You want to encourage the viewer to be drawn into whatever the subject matter is. I think the example I used on Susan's show was when I had the Uber ride from hell.
And by the way, John's here, by the way.
He is. Hey, John.
Yeah.
I set up that particular video by talking about how I'd run out of gas.
Yeah,
and
I loved how you did that. You were like, I'm out of gas. Just like the way he said it was like, so like, oh, God. It was great.
Well, then when I came back from the bumper, I started at the very beginning of my day.
Right.
So that they're like, wait a second, I thought he ran out of gas. Now he's in the house getting ready to go out.
I wonder what happened.
So it kind of mixes it up. It throws them off guard. And next thing you know, 30 minutes later, boom, I'm out of gas. We're back at that point. But the most interesting point of your video should be in that bumper that draws people in to say, well, I want to see what happens. He ran out of gas. I know there's an Uber driver from hell. There must be something in there.
Yeah,
so
let's figure this out.
Stacy Morgan, hello. Marty's crew, good morning. How are you guys doing? I must have missed somebody who popped in. If I did, I apologize. My favorite is, do you think I should make that video? Comment down below and let me know. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one, because people love to have the opportunity to
input.
Kind of input on what you do on your channel.
Yeah, to be a part of the discussion.
Needs more subs says, I really enjoyed Topic Ruben's subscribe call to action from his new video near the end. Yes, exactly, Needy. We're going to talk a lot about how that you need a hook. That's right, Joe. That's exactly it. It shouldn't even be called an intro anymore. It should be called the hook.
Right.
Giving the user a just an idea of what's to come.
Yeah, it's almost like a rise to the crescendo, and it stops, and you're like, okay, I got to watch this. And that's kind of why it's so important. And it's thinking, it's planning a little bit. It's taking a few minutes. Some are better than others. Some think of it on the fly as they're doing it. Oh, you know what? This is where I'm gonna put in the intro. And it's all about planning. It's not supposed to be easy. Yeah. It's not supposed to be easy. It'll get easier. It'll get easier. And of course, when it gets too easy, that's when it's time to change it up again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and now I'm going to tell you guys exactly what the best thing that you can do to increase your average view duration, because we've got about 5 minutes before we get to our sponsor for the dad joke of the day. Chuck's out there going, what's going on? here's you're going to be seeing this a lot on my channel. I released another video today. You're going to see it on. You're seeing it. Michael T. Panetta do it. We're essentially moving all call to actions to the 20-second end screen. Now, why is this good? Well, because it keeps the person's attention all the way up to the end screen. There's no sign off. There's no nothing. On the end screen, you say things like, hey, this video is really relevant to what I just talked about here. And oh, by the way, you can watch my whole entire journey right here and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Boom. That 20 seconds doesn't even count towards your average view duration. As far as I understand, the end screen, what is it called? The end screen. Yeah, the end screen 20 seconds. YouTube doesn't even count that towards your average view duration. So if you're talking, if your action of your video goes all the way up to that end screen, boom. That means theoretically you can get pretty close to 100%, even if when you start doing your sign-off stuff, people tune out. Try to move all your call to action to that 20 seconds as best you can. 20 seconds is a pretty long time to be able to do a call to action. The other thing is, we're all small channels, or a lot of us are small channels. Be using those end screens to point people towards videos, because that's what YouTube wants. That's what keeps people on your channel. That's what keeps your views churning. YouTube's not sharing your content, so you may as well maximize the number of views you get from people who are watching your content by pointing them towards something else they might be interested in. This takes work, believe me. There are so many videos I didn't do this in.
Oh my god, yeah. I do it in every video. I mess it up in every video. Because I'm so focused on making the content that I'm like, you know, okay, so that about does it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're stopping by for the first time, hit that subscribe button and turn on notification bell. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You all have a great day. Boom. People are, first off, more than half my audience has already gone at that point. They've left it 2 to 3 minutes ago. If the video is a 7 to 8 minute video, so they're gone. So the end card is literally 50% of less than 50% of my audience, and at that point they're probably already going to end with. And honestly, I've never really looked at it to analyze where it goes at that point. But it seems like let that 30% that are left just stick through the whole thing. And there are probably people that aren't even watching it. They're just listening.
As soon as I start talking about Find Your Adventure, people have already turned off the video.
Exactly.
Well, now I'm doing it in a 20 seconds at the end of the card where it doesn't matter if they drop off anyways. Karen asks, so you don't use the intro segment of your channel anymore. Karen, I use my intro segment to tease what's going to happen in the video in the most exciting way possible. And then I hit the bump and we get right into the video without any calls for action anymore. It's the best way to maximize it. Joshua Fowler, hello.
Hey Josh, what's up, buddy?
Everybody welcome Josh to the stream. He says he knows that Mike guy. I'm assuming he's talking about that Mike guy.
he actually is an old friend of mine, longtime friend. He lives right down the street.
Awesome. It's nice to see you, my friend. We point to playlists at the end of our screens, and Panic D, that is the #1 way to increase viewership on your channel. The #1 call to action is to add a playlist at the end of your thing, and in the last 20 seconds, point folks to it. Hey, if you like this video, you're going to definitely want to check out this playlist. It has a whole bunch of videos that are very similar. Bingo. And I got to be honest with you, I've only been doing it for the last 3 or 4 videos. This works. This works. It has literally doubled the number of views I'm getting on a daily basis. Because somebody's already just went through your whole video. And they're thinking, this is kind of cool. Well, you're just offering them what they want. A way to see more.
Right. And that's a very key feature, is to get them to keep watching your videos. You know? And it's funny with this video right now that I'm getting ready to post today. I'm thinking, you know, dang, I had a chance to direct all these people to my older videos of the LG phones that I did, and I'm like, oh, that would have been cool to have that in there. You know, hey, if you enjoyed this, check out how bad I was on the LG G3 4 years ago, 5 years ago. You know, that's a great video to watch. So,
well, the other thing that playlists can do for you, Judith, is if you do multiple types of content, like my vlog channel has inspirational content, travel content, and kind of instructional content along with some comedy in there, and I separate those out into different sorts of playlists. So if the person is watching a comedy video, I can point them towards other comedy stuff that I did in a playlist. So.
And it's as simple as that. And making playlists is not that difficult.
No, it's pretty easy.
It's
actually.
literally just go through your videos and pick a topic. Pick something where those things are related to each other. And you know, I need to be doing that with all of my phone reviews. You know, make a playlist for my phone reviews. Make a playlist for a specific phone.
Yeah.
Apple phones only. You know, LG phones only.
There's no limit on the number of playlists you can make.
No. And that's important.
Tech for your needs, hello. Greg Simoness says, if you lose them before the end, isn't that end screen not well placed? Well, that is true, Greg. But if the key is to keep them going all the way up till the end, if they don't know when it's going to end, you trick them into watching that end screen at least for a couple of seconds. And that's the best we can hope for. Rachel Rawson, hello, all the way from the UK. Hey, it's about that time, guys. If you want to take your filmmaking to the next level, and you're right, Jay, it's still not focusing the way it should on me. Focus, camera, focus. It's focusing on Mike, which is just fine. We want to make sure that all the good-looking people are focused on here. If you want to take your filmmaking to the very next level, guys, Jay worked really hard to put together a package of what we call LUT packs. I like to call them Jay's 2019 LUT pack of awesomeness.
Gillettes is what I call them.
Gillettes. And they can take your filmmaking to the next level. What a LUT pack is a lookup table that lays over top of your video to pretty it and make it more beautiful, more cinematic. Let me show you examples of how that works with this video right here. Alright, babe, that is Jay Littman's LUT pack. That's the kind of taking it to the next level that you can really do with that. Please do me a favor and check the link in the description if you're interested. If you don't know how to use them, you can certainly look on Jay's channel. He has a tutorial that shows you how to do it. I did notice that Greg Simonez says, I see where some YouTubers are referencing links earlier in the video. I used to do this with cards all the time. The problem is that once you start referencing cards, people start dropping out of the video. When they start dropping out of the video, it kills the average view duration, which is what YouTube uses to decide whether your video is relevant and share it with somebody else. So the less distraction you have for the subject of that specific video, the longer or better chance you have of longer average view duration, which is why we're moving everything to the end and we're just giving them the value, the subject of the video as best we can all the way through.
Right.
And that leads us to everyone's favorite part of the day. I know Desmond has been waiting for this for a long time. I hope you can get this song stuck out of your head, but probably not. Here we go.
Speaking of nothing in particular, I wouldn't buy anything with Velcro. It's a total ripoff. I thought maybe this song will tickle your funny bone. I know I've been finding it humorous. Ain't no bad joke like a dad joke, cause a dad joke is a rad joke, never just a passing fat joke. Ain't no bad joke like a dad joke, lazy wordplay, just a tad joke. There ain't no bad joke like a dad joke. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food. No atmosphere? What did the grape do when someone stepped on it? It let out a little wine. Ain't no bad joke like a dad joke, 'cause a dad joke is a rad joke. Groaning 'cause you're feeling sad joke. Throwing things 'cause you got mad joke. When it's over, you'll be glad joke. Ain't no bad joke like a dad joke. Like a dad joke, 'cause a dad joke is a rad joke. Groaning 'cause you're feeling sad joke. Throwing things 'cause you got mad joke. When it's over, you'll be glad joke. There ain't no bad joke like a dad joke.
Ah, yes. You know what? Since the last time Michael T was on, his dad joke was so amazingly successful. We're gonna recap that puppy. And Elias Hill is in the house. Wouldn't you know it? Pam, good morning.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So, since the last time I was on here and the quality was so bad on the joke of the day, I'm gonna tell the purple gorilla joke again. Does everyone remember the purple gorilla joke? Let me see if let the chat catch up a little bit here. And see what everybody thinks about the...
Everybody wants the purple gorilla joke, right?
Everybody wants the purple gorilla joke, right? Of course we're like 30 seconds behind.
I know.
So we'll see the view on how that goes.
No,
no purple
Desmond
gorilla
says, no
joke.
purple gorilla, please.
I'm joking. Rachel's making fun at it. I'm kidding. All right, so here we go. It is the...
Locks the door, unlocks the door.
Unlocks, opens the door, closes the door, locks the door. Unlocks the door, opens the door, closes the door, locks the door. All right. Why?
No purple gorilla.
Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Because he was outstanding in his field.
There you go.
Come on.
Not
that
bad.
one was actually a good one.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that. Elias Hill, let that be a lesson to you, brother.
Exactly.
Step up your game.
Let's see what everybody's
Be
saying
outstanding in your field. Hey, Tommy Lives is in the house. Hello. So hopefully Greg me Simon is unsubscribe. I hope everybody got the wow, that was better than my jokes. Oh, it's all right, Elias. It just leaves room for growth, my friend.
Yeah, right?
If and I know the new folks in here are like, what are you talking about?
What?
Every day, Elias Hill wrote a book called 101 Dad Jokes, and I read from it every day. I just didn't bring it with me today, so we got one off the internet.
Yeah.
But that's what that's all about. Hello, Stacy Morgan.
What's up, Stacy?
Oh, Marty's Crew says that's an old one.
It is an old one, but a goodie. That's why I remember. You know what's so funny? I'm on this list, and the first one is, oddly enough, did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? And the last one is, I wouldn't buy anything with Velcro. It's a ripoff. Sound familiar? I know Stephanie's not here, but I wonder if this is where she got those two jokes.
Oh, boy. What's up? All right, so morning. Hey, viewed this. Good morning. Listening and getting ready for a trade show in Boston today. I'll bet you Boston is pretty nice today. Now that one gets a thumbs up. Well, thank you, Pam. It is about that time. It is time for Twitter. If you have not uploaded your picture to Twitter showing us what you're doing during the best hour of my day, well, there's going to be examples right here. Boop. Of course. Of course it didn't come up. Why would it? Hi. Oh, let's see. Where is it? The best hour Twitter. There we go. Boom. Boom. We're going to get over here to the other screen. And you know what? Let me take a look here. Are we both even in there? Yeah, we are. Look at that. That works out all right. Now I just have to actually find the Twitter screen. And we're going to go with the 12 new results and see Mr. Jay Lippman. Look at him. Preparing to film a video while watching the best hour. Come hang out. Oh, Jay. We miss you, brother. You should come down today. We're going to be mowing some lawn. Hey,
That's atrocious.
I want you guys to make sure you stay tuned to Michael T. Panetta's Tech Examine channel, because the video that we're going to create today, I think, has a very, very high likelihood of stuff going wrong. And you never know. I mean, I really don't know what to expect today. So it's going to be pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I like that picture, Jay.
That's very nice.
Is that John Cena?
Stacy Morgan. Woo! Working on the wall and watching the best hour, finding
cool.
my adventure. That is awesome.
Don't be a knobhead. To God and live longer-ish. Longer.
Oh, Stacy, we love you, brother. We got Gregory with his kitties, Max and Rio.
Cool.
Are ready to escape the dad joke. They're making a break for it. Heading out the door. What do we got here? Dave, good morning. I've only got an hour drive to my first job today, so it's perfect timing for the best hour. I love when a plan comes together, Dave. I love it when a plan comes together. Uh-oh. Desmond's Donders. Geology rocks, but geography is where it's at. That's pretty good, man. Back to trying to beat off the dad joke.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but...
Peaciness, people. Peaciness.
Hey!
Hey, there we are.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, what did we write here? I'm live. He is live.
That's the reason why Josh came by. Look,
Oh.
my Twitter presence worked. It brought one person in.
Woohoo! Hey, that's awesome. We can all use more friends. I only have a couple. Hey!
What the heck?
That's Jelly Duck.
Oh, why am I not
I
surprised?
taught a wolf how to meditate. He's now aware.
A wolf.
A wolf.
Ah, now he's a werewolf.
Jelly, you never fail to make me laugh.
Jelly Star, I call him, or Ringo Duck.
Uh-oh. Pauline Newman's in the house. There are two.
What's up, Pauline?
Yeah, 32 people watching, only 17 likes. I think Pauline might have missed the dad joke, though. Hey, Angela M. Hello.
32 people watching?
What the hell?
Wow.
Would
Maybe-
make a nice thumbnail. That would make a nice thumbnail, because you're going, what the hell? Don't worry, Pauline and Angela. You will get to witness the dad joke of the day.
Wow.
It is coming up. Isn't
All
that
right.
nice? We got a nice crowd today.
Yeah.
Hey, when you give
Thanks,
value,
people.
people watch. It's
Absolutely.
pretty
All right.
cool. Here it is.
The dad joke of the day. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Outstanding in his field.
Yes, absolutely. My screen just crashed looking at you two, Rachel. That's,
Thanks, Rachel.
I totally understand that.
I appreciate that, sweetie.
Joshua
Mwah.
Joshua says the power of one.
The power of one.
Oh, you guys are awesome. All right, so good morning, and this is a little preview of the next cover song. I will be shortly with the talented Alexis.
Look at that. Already collabing with the new person.
Yeah, she's
Awesome,
I
Justin.
think she popped over from Justin. He turned her on to the
okay.
best hour.
Well, she sings like...
Hope to see you there. I heard she's
She sings
awesome.
like an angel.
Oh, yeah?
No offense, Pauline. But she sings well.
Don't forget to tune in to Timy's Game Room and Timey Sings at 3 p.m. Woohoo! Awesome, Justin.
How much does she pay you to do that?
Uh-oh, viewed this as full-time YouTube starter kit. Oh, he's showing my video.
Oh,
hey,
that's
guys,
cool.
if you haven't seen that today, thank you, viewed this. I really appreciate that. If you haven't seen my video for today, that's what it's all about. Some maybe a different perspective on what you need as a full-time YouTuber. I'm not sure if are we in the...
That's from 15 hours ago.
We've all got a day. Here it is.
Why limit happy hour? Happy to an hour.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That is a little... Yep, so we're all caught up, I think. Are we
Got
all
any
caught
new
up?
ones? Two
new
new
results.
results.
Woohoo!
Jojo, watching best hour from work.
Yeah, he needs the coffee to make sure he stays awake for this one.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Tech for your needs.
What's up, man?
This is what I do when the dad joke comes on.
That scowl.
Yes.
You can see it right in your... right here. Just a...
That so reminds me. I want to show you guys something that I'm going to get punched in the face for later. But I can't help it because this made me laugh so hard yesterday. For those of you who missed me, I was at a funeral. I apologize. But this is what Monica's face looks like when I am being a goofball.
Did you take a picture?
Hold on, let's embiggen this because I want everyone to be able to see this.
You gotta close out of that. Yeah. There you
go. Let's go to the regular best hour main. Here.
Go.
This, you guys are gonna. Can I get a focus? There we go.
There it goes.
That's the face. Really? That's the face right there of a woman who's like, would you just stop being 5?
We're at a funeral.
Yeah. Would you just stop being 5? That's pretty much the look that I get.
Oh, that's... And she has a headache, probably.
Yeah, that didn't help either. So, sorry, honey, I love you. I'll never stop being 5, though. It just doesn't work that way.
You know what's so funny? I often wonder what it's going to be like if I, live to be an older age, what I'll be like. And I can't fathom the fact that I'm the age that I am now at 34.
It's crazy.
No, like, being 44 years old, I'm like, no, I still feel like an idiot kid.
Yep.
I still have that mentality, like, I could go out and just do dumb things. Like, with my daughter, we just, like, run around and be like, and I don't care. And I'm like, I'm going to be 70 years old, hopefully 70 years old.
Hopefully.
Driving around with my radio blaring, listening to Metallica. Mm-hmm. Like, it's going to be like, people are going to be like, my God, that old man is listening. What is that? Like, they're going to be like, I can't even fathom that.
Age is just a number, brother.
Exactly, but think about this for a second. I'm going to blow everybody's mind for a second. Right now, when you drive around and when people who are our age or younger, we had older people driving around listening to, like, 40s music, Armstrong and Sinatra, and you're like, oh man, what's that slow crap? Listen to some Metallica. Yeah. What's it gonna be like when we're 70, listening to Metallica and it's like this heavy rock and roll? Like, is that what it's gonna be like for younger people, being like, oh man, that music sucks? Like, that's horrible. I mean, no, it's not. It's just like, it's rocking out. 40s and 30s music did not rock out.
No.
I don't know. Maybe
it really didn't.
I don't know.
It really didn't. Karen Summer says, evil eyes Monica. Yeah. Looks like I'm in trouble. Yeah, she was not happy. Monica looks like she's about to eat your soul. Yes.
I thought you were 28. He's 28. I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
I'm 34.
Yeah, I'm 28. A video that looked... I got from my wife at the green pancakes filled with the kids. Oh, does anybody want any red pancakes? Oh, I'm 60 next year and I feel the same, Desmond.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Exactly.
Michael 34. Oh my God.
A junkle?
I don't know what that
junkie?
means. Yeah.
A junkie? I bet you that's a misspell or a.
Yes, Greg, I am 28. Don't blow my cover, brother.
Oh, jumped up.
Oh, my motto.
Flip over, 43 years old. I wish I was 43 years old. I'm 44.
Yeah. My motto,
44,
never grow up.
woo!
I recently was at a family function, and my brother asked me how old I was, and apparently I gave the wrong age. And I got chastised for being too stupid to remember how old I was, and I'm thinking, why the hell would I want to remember?
Matter?
Why is this a thing that I care about?
I lie so much about my age when I'm talking to people on YouTube and Twitter and stuff, just joking around. I often forget how old I am. But the only cool thing about being 44 is the Icky Woods commercial. Oh. When they're like, 44, woo! You know, when he... That's the only reason what makes it cool.
Karen says, I forgot I turned 51 in 3 weeks until I see my image in the mirror or the window. Isn't that so funny, Karen, how we never feel as old as we look in the mirror?
Yeah, and it depends.
Iray Z, hello! Everyone welcome Iray Z to the stream. It is nice to see you, my friend. Should I tell Iray Z what the stream is all about? Should we let him in on it?
Absolutely.
Iray Z, this is the best hour of my day. We are here every day from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone. Basically what this broadcast is all about, I am just the humble host. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. This show actually belongs to all these amazing content creators in the chat room, and of course, folks like Michael T, who started out in the chat room and then just became friends. Most of the people that are in this room I have met with in person or collaborated with remotely, because we believe that everyone's content is much more interesting when you get to know the person behind the camera. So REZ, the way that you can get the most out of the best hour of my day is just to get to know these amazing creators, because they want to work with you and they want to be the person standing behind you when you're having a rough YouTube day, because they get it. And that's what it's all about, brothers. Oh, you youngsters have no idea.
Well, you know what's so funny? You know, speaking of people who don't look their age, Nikki Sixx. First off, the dude had like multiple overdoses.
Yeah, he died once.
I watched a recent video. That dude still looks the same age as he did back in the 80s. He's 60 years old.
Yeah.
He don't look 60 years old, man.
Someone say he looked old back then.
Yeah.
And just stayed the same age.
He stayed the same age. If you look up Nikki Sixx today, you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell that he's 60. No way, no how.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
It is amazing. But anyway, I digress.
How did we get on the age thing?
I think we were, I don't remember.
Did you leave your ND filter at home or something? No, I just didn't put it on. I didn't actually think that we would have the same problem that we're having right now, but we'll put the ND on for later. As long as you guys can see us and you know we're outdoors, we're doing all right.
No big deal. The grass is cut for the lawnmower that's coming today.
To be honest, Michael, you could pass for 28 Pam. That is very, very, very kind of you. Very kind of you, I would assume.
You or me?
Probably you.
Probably me.
I doubt I could pass
I gotta
for
be
28.
honest. It probably is definitely me.
Probably.
I don't know. You know what? If I lost weight, I could definitely pass for younger. I think if I shave this off too.
Most of my old pictures, I was looking through them this week. I had the goatee thing going on for a very long time, and Monica says, "Why are you so pissed off in every picture?" It's not me. It's the goatee. Sometimes people look old when they're a bit younger, like Mick Jagger. No doubt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That dude doesn't look like he's aged a day since he was 47 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I don't know how old this video is. I think let me think about this for a second. 6 years ago. Okay, you can keep talking. This video is from 6 years ago.
Angelic halos over the hosts. That's right. Woohoo! All right. So, does anybody have any questions about the subject of the day, which is the number one, the number one thing that YouTube looks for when deciding whether to push your videos or share out your videos? Average view duration. If you have a question about how to maximize your average view duration or anything like that, now's the time to ask. We're going to get into it as much as we can today and fill out the blanks a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got another 10 minutes or so we can talk about it.
This is 5 years ago.
Yeah, that looks good.
That's 5 years ago with no goatee. And I'm a little bit lighter there too, so probably closer to 200 pounds there.
Pam says both. BK42's in the house, guys.
Hey, BK.
You know what? That reminds me. Let me play this. I want you guys to have the opportunity.
Wait, hold on. Everybody,
see this.
Everybody, close your eyes.
Yes.
In the beginning, there was always talk of merch, but there was no merch. Go ahead.
Check this out, guys.
In the beginning, there was always talk of merch, but there was never merch. Just talk. No merch. But then out of the darkness, there appeared a light that grew and grew, and rumblings that there might be merch. And just then, there was merch. That's right. As of today, you can find your adventure, elevate your strategy, and market like a boss. Get them now. And just when you thought it couldn't possibly get any better, a set of services so revolutionary, they're guaranteed to crack the foundation of YouTube itself. Brought to you by this same epic creator that created the banner for video content marketing, Michael T. Panetta, Ian Corzine, and Pauline Newman, just to name a few. Logos such as Find Your Adventure, Video Content Marketing, Michael T. Panetta, and many others. You can also have epic thumbnails created for your channel. All of these services at an extremely reasonable price. Who wouldn't love that?
Wow, this sounds epic. Where can I get all this stuff?
Glad you asked, Michael. Of course, it's BK42's online shop.
Why is it so dark in here? Can you turn on those lights? Right. Oh, that was awesome. Guys, BK42 is the man. He set up a store, he sells my merch, I get all the proceeds from that, but not only that, his services are amazing. Michael T. Panetta is a big fan, needless to say. He has something to say to BK, though.
Yeah, I just signed up for the BK42 thumbnail package. You have to get a quote for it, depending on what you're looking for, but he does 8 thumbnails for a very, very reasonable price, and I'm working with him on the first thumbnail. And he says to me, I said, so what do I need to give you? What do I need to give you for a thumbnail? And he says, you know what? He goes, nothing really. He's like, I can work on it pretty much with like stock photos. I was like, well, let me take a couple pictures of the product and stuff, and I'll send it over to you. Now, I took time to take these 3 or 4 pictures. He emails me and says, you know, those pictures are good, but I challenge you. I want you to take these pictures. Wait a minute. You told me that I didn't need to do anything, and now I have to do... I'm joking. The idea, actually, BK, I'm working on... Michael's going to help me finish those up this morning, and I'm going to send those over to you. So, but no, I like the suggestions that he made. So it's nice that he asks for your input as well, because if you have an idea how something want it to look, then you better get off your butt and help him do it.
That's right.
Because, trust me, you saw in the ad... what he does is magic, and it's amazing.
He's going to give you what you want, and that's what's important. And what you really want is to create a thumbnail or a banner that entices people to come to your channel. And if you can have that, baby, that's half the battle.
Exactly. Now I think that's the important thing.
Oh, absolutely. I did see Jay is going to do a continuation of the discussion that I had a little bit on Susan Creative's channel earlier about mastermind groups and how it applies not just to folks on YouTube but everywhere. I'm probably going to do a YouTube mastermind group best hour some point later in the week and talk about what it's done for us.
Yeah.
And how we can and how you can do the same thing using with the folks in the best hour of my day. I think it's a big deal. And,
yeah.
So you could get a little bit of a preview of a more general version of that. Jay's going to talk about it today at 2 o'clock. We'll try to be there, Jay, by the way.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? When you talked about that with Susan, and Jay will talk about it more, you know, it's so funny that how naturally it falls into with some people that you work with. And I've been in other groups with other people, and they have since outgrown each other. Something was said where feelings were hurt, and it was just like, you know what, that's cool, I'm done, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. But we still talk to the people.
Yeah.
But it's not as close as it used to be. So,
well, I have a question for you on that.
Yeah.
Were they all tech channels?
Yeah. But
I think that makes a big difference.
But this was a little bit different. This was like personal stuff, like kind of like what we do. But I think it was a little different in the sense that we were friends. We had gone to shows together and everything. But, you know, there was just a little bit of just a little bit of no give and take. And I think it was just, maybe it ran its course, maybe it was too much negativity, because there's not a whole lot of negativity in our chat. No. You know, it's pretty much, well, we will complain and stuff like that, but this was different back then because being in the same genre, we were often talking about other people in the same genre. And it ended up having conversations about the genre of technology, and maybe waste a little bit of time on that, maybe that we shouldn't have, as opposed to getting back to the core of what the group was at. So, you know, this kind of happened naturally. We didn't plan it. We didn't do it. It worked out naturally. It works well. You know, there are times we give suggestions to each other, and you know, I don't really want to do that. Thanks for the suggestion, but no thanks.
Yeah.
And you can't be hurt about it. You have to just you got to appreciate it. You know what? Thanks for the info, guys, but this is what I want to do. And you know what? You could be like, all right, fine, no big deal. You know, maybe take a break from the chat for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then come back to it. It doesn't need to be this, because you're only there to help each other, and you're not really there to help yourself. And I think that's the kind of selfless thing that we have in our group, and I think it's something that is actually expanding beyond that. And we're working on a super secret project.
Yes.
And I think it's something that we'll talk more about. But there's a lot to do with it, and we're definitely not ready.
Karen says they only complain about the dad joke.
Yeah. When I tell the dad joke to Jay when he's not here,
Oh my
he gets
gosh.
very, very mad.
Yeah.
But
He used foul choice language that day. That was so
I
funny.
cursed too. But it'll be a while before we drop this this project on you guys. So we're working on it. It might be a couple months.
Yep.
It might be a month. It might be 3 months. It might be the end of the year. I don't know.
But
I
it
don't know.
definitely stems from the fact that what we do seems to be exceptionally effective.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to hopefully continue to talk a little bit about how we could blueprint that for you guys as well.
Yeah. But more on that. It's
Much later. It's 10:57.
57.
Guys, it has been, that's a lightning rod for negativity, Karen. Get it all out. Guys, I'm back. I hate to admit, but I actually missed the dad joke. Was it any good? Oh my gosh. Susan missed the dad joke, Michael.
Susan missed the dad joke?
Yes, she did.
All right. Dad joke of the day, and I've got it memorized now. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. He was outstanding in his field.
Yeah, Pauline said she had a circle too when her subscriber counts surpassed the group. She was ostracized. Pauline, I really honestly believe it's best to have folks in your mastermind group that aren't in your niche. Then there's
I
not
think it
really a
helps.
jealousy thing. There's no competition thing.
Yeah.
You guys are just friends trying to help each other get better. You're not competitors. I love that.
But you know what the important thing is, even if you're with a group and someone gets that idea that because you both do the same thing, or you do something similar, that it needs to be a competition. You know, at the end of the day, there are ways to build each other up.
Mm-hmm.
And this idea that when something happens in the world, I'm not talking about YouTube, when we see things happening in the world, the natural progression of people is to tear it down. And whether, for whatever reason, that person is seeing success of any kind, money, fame, whatever, the first thing to do is tear it down. And I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I'm a sports fan. I'm a huge sports fan. And Phillies fan. Bryce Harper gets the contract that he gets. And the first thing that people say is, you know, oh, that's too much. It's not worth it. Paid him too much. What a ripoff. Blah, blah, blah. And it's sad that you see more of the negativity than the positive. Than, you know, because A, you're in a competitive field to begin with, and you have sports fans that don't like the fact that you didn't come to their team. So that's a natural progression when it comes to that. Whether they feel like that or not is really just the growth of the sport itself. But beyond that, when something happens, good happens to someone, winning the lottery, you know, there's always the bad people that come out, BS, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, so it's just, when you think about it and you're working with someone, I think a good thing to really diffuse the situation is to be like, you know what? When I see success and we're working together, the first thing that I feel like I want to do is say, hey, thanks to Mike, who also does tech. Check out his channel. He really helped me do this.
Yep.
You need to stay humble, and I think you need to really point out the people that helped you get to where you're going.
Once you realize that there is just no way that you can be successful on YouTube or in any other aspect of life or business without the help of others,
Right.
then it makes it so much easier to say, to have perspective and say, you know what, I don't know why I'm reacting that way. It's just natural jealousy or whatever. I need to get over it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta look at yourself first as being the problem before you start pointing fingers at other people.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing. You need to step back and take a look at yourself. Sometimes your work just sucks, and because someone tells you that it's not good, doesn't mean that you need to get defensive.
Yeah.
Go back and take a look at it and see if it sucks. And then tell yourself,
I always hated to hear...
Wait.
Yep.
I'll be back. All right, did that for Susan.
I always hated to hear the gurus say, you know what, if your stuff's not doing good, it's because your content sucks. Nobody wants to hear that.
No,
But
I mean...
the reality is...
Not that it doesn't suck. First off, you're doing it.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, that you're doing it. Are you good doing it? No, that's a different question for a different time. You know, get out there and do it. And you do it. And, you know, I have this video coming out that I spent a good time on for the LG G8. It's not a new phone. It's a couple months old. In this world, in technology, it's been out
a long time,
been
right?
out for a while.
And it's a really good video.
But I enjoy doing the video. So I'm getting out there and doing it. And hopefully I can, you know, get the LG V50 that is coming out and is recently out. So maybe I got coming up for that. So that's that. It's 11 o'clock, 11:02.
It's 11, yeah, I definitely don't want to step on Happy Trails Hiking's toes. Guys, it has been a fantastic hour. Hope you got some value out of this. I hope you learned something. We're going to structure our... where is your
guys
do it?
here.
I don't know. Go ahead and...
Okay, see you guys.
We're going to structure our... the best hour, first half hour or so around adding some value to it. Hopefully we're going to get a lot more of that in the future. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys go out and find your adventure. Have a great day. Make sure you make it count. Hug your kids. Hug your wife. Do something special that makes the day memorable. And I will see you soon. I love you guys. You've changed my life. Thank you so much.
Oh, hi there. Michael's not here right now. I know you were expecting Michael, but you see, Michael's been suffering lately from low subscriber syndrome. So what I thought we would do before he gets here is hit that like button and that red subscribe button. You know, see, it's right down there. Yeah, got it? Did you get it? Excellent. Okay. As long as if you've hit it, then that's fine. I'll go get it. Can you pass me that towel?